Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me today, Mike MDs. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on the BMW i3 with the range extender engine in the back. All right, so what's underneath this panel here? We're going to pull this off. And you need to be really careful with these here. There's some screws or some, I think they're Allen, I'm not sure, they're missing on this one here. And there's some rubber grommets that they go in. They're very fragile, the grommets are. So when you back them off, sometimes it breaks these grommets. These are all missing, so it looks like somebody already broke them off. I mean, it's not a really big deal. It doesn't really make any noise. If they are broken, see, this one's already off here. And there it is. Now, you don't have to do anything with the high voltage system. You don't have to disconnect it. I like to pull the dipstick tube out. It helps it breathe as it drains. It also reminds me that I need to put oil in this thing later. And this is the fill plug right here for it. And it does take 3 quarts of oil, or 2.6 liters. Depending on where you live, if it's a cold climate, you can use 0W30 or 5W30. We're in California here, we're gonna use 5W30 on this thing. You can see it has a traditional style oil filter. This one's from Mall. All right, now underneath is everything that you need. You have the oil filter here. They made it really easy to do this at home. You could probably reach under here or put it on some jack stands if you like. And this is the drain plug here. It's an Allen. And this here should only be hand tight. You could probably get it with your hand. If you're crawling under there, you might have some hard time with leverage, so you might need a universal tool to get this off. You can get that at any auto parts store. It's like the one that has a strap. That might be the easiest for you. No need to buy a special tool for this. Though it does have one, you don't need it. All right, when going back on, you want to make sure this O-ring doesn't stick on here like that. And you always want to pre-fill the new filter with a little bit of oil so it doesn't have a dry run. Put a little bit of the fresh oil on the seal so the seal doesn't bind up, and also it's easier to take off when you do the next oil change. There it is. My hand is good enough here. I'm going to put the new, we're going to put the drain plug on now. If the crush ring looks okay and you forgot to get one, you can reuse it. Just don't mushroom the hell out of it. Just tighten it snug till you start feeling it crush, and that'll be fine. This is an 8mm Allen, by the way. There it is. That's it. Don't need much. While you're in here, it gives you a good chance to top off the coolant level here. And that's pretty much it back here, really easy. All right, the cabin air filter for this car is tucked way deep in there, that little door. This thing is in the way here. It needs a T20 Torx bit to take these off here. And this you can kind of just pull back. It has some metal tabs that are reusable. You just pull it and you can pop this corner out. This is a little tough. You kind of have to finagle it, pull it down, kind of pull it out of the way there, and you can get it out like that. It kind of tucks behind this one here. You don't have to take that off, but it does tuck behind there. So as soon as you get it down, just kind of finagle it out there. All right, the next thing here is this foam piece is in the way. You can pull the carpet back, and this pops up kind of like that, and you can pull that out there. And then now you can get to this little door here. Push that out like that. And then you can get in there and pull the filters out. Keep in mind when you pull them out, the direction that they're in. Some of these filters will have an arrow to show which, as far as the airflow goes, which way it's going there. And yep, that one is pretty nasty. And there is 2 stacked in here on top of each other. So there's one down in here you're gonna have to pull up as well. It's a little tight in here. Can't really get a good camera angle for you. All right, there's the other one. You see the arrow here? So it's gonna be from the front to the back here. Now here's the new filters. We use the Heinz brand here. There's a bunch of brands you can use. Preferably the carbon or the active carbon. Kind of helps reduce the odors and smells a little better. They're a little more expensive, but I think they're worth it personally. As far as getting these online, you can go to pelicanparts.com. I'm sure there's some other auto stores that specialize in European and BMW specifically, or you can go to the dealer, of course. All right, you remember the arrow for the airflow here, front to back, and you want to put it in to where this tab is hanging out this side so you can pull it when you go to replace them next time. All right, there's one. Make sure it drops down in there. Make sure it's not all crunched up either. It's nice and loose, and there it is, a good fit there. And try not to use any tools when removing or installing, like pliers or needle nose. The evaporator is right here. I can feel it. It's very sensitive to punctures and scrapes. It'll leak. All right, and you just close the door there. That's it. Start putting it back together. So first things first, we're going to turn on the start-stop button here. And we're going to clear any warnings that might pop up by hitting the little button on the side stock. And we have a seatbelt warning. Okay, the seatbelt warning's fine as long as you don't have any other warnings that pop up. And we are going to hit the side button here and hold it down. There it is. We're going to let go. We're going to hold it down again. We're going to let go, and we're going to hold it down again. Piece of cake. And as you do it, you can scroll through the menu if there's any other services due. Brake fluid. Also, if you're doing brakes, you're going to want to replace the sensor as well. Because it's a one-time use only. It will not let you reset the service light if you do not replace the sensor for the brakes. Hopefully this has helped you out. Appreciate you to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Happy motoring to you.